It's obviously knackered, isn't it? I can't even hear anything from the pump. He's going to go spit. Arrived today to pre-treat the paving areas on the clean, and the soft wash pump isn't working. We're just trying to evaluate what the problem is at the moment, but it's not looking good. It's warts and all, is it? Is that everything? You want everything, do you?
Oh, we've got a view of city.
We're here in Manchester city centre. We've got one of our bigger clients has got a big estate. I was wanting to give you a little bit of history of the area we're working in, and I've just been Googling it actually. It's quite fascinating. This area that sits here was part of a gasworks I didn't know about. We've got the hacienda that's just behind us on Whitworth Street that I used to frequent in my when I used to have hair many moons ago. If you give me 10 minutes and come back, I might be a bit more polished on it, to be brutally honest. We've got Tony Wilson Place. It's obviously a very well-known Manchester-born music executive, co-founder of the FAC Records, Fat Records. James Grigor Square, well known for the renaissance of Manchester city centre. Isabella Bank Street, and she was a poet and novelist. So it's actually quite a bit of history here actually. Fascinating facts about First Street. We'll have a bit of a walk round and we'll show you the scope of work. So what brought our involvement in this was, you can probably see from the different shades of the paving, we've got really dark, heavily stained areas. There's no light here because of the buildings are so big, and there's obviously trees, so all the sap drops. There's no sunshine, so it gets really badly stained, and when it's wet it is quite dangerous and slippy. So from a health and safety point of view, they need to really get on top of this. Our soft wash treatment will get rid of most of that, and then we'll come along with the Doff system, which is superheated water, and that will really clean it. Sunshine, beautiful, look at that. So nobody appreciates that Manchester can provide such beautiful weather, stunning. In this area, what we'll be doing, mainly we'll be cleaning the granite plinths. Look closer here, this is one of the problems they have. Again, it's this staining. The Doff system will get rid of all this staining. It'll look brand new once the Doff's done, and it'll look really good. So this is Tony Wilson Place. We'll be doing all the granite in here, and again we'll be doing all this wood. So, edit me knowing about that statue into this. Friedrich Engels. He is from Ukraine. He's a philosopher and a writer, and he actually co-authored the Communist Manifesto with Karl Marx. There you go. Stick that one in your knowledge pipe. This statue was actually brought over by none other than Phil Collins. Phil Collins, yeah, it's true. What? We sometimes wander around this wonderful city and not know enough about it, and it's sacrilege. It is sacrilege. You know, all these wonderful places come up, all these new buildings, and what it does, you forget what the history of places were. You forget what went on here. And you see the little plaques of the Peterloo Massacre and things like that, and you just actually forget the amazing history of Manchester. It's a fantastic place. It's a wonderful place. I love it. And the more we find out about it, the better.
Not sure. Sideware. It's quite a regular thing, this, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is Harrison. Heir to the throne, if you like, I guess. So we've had, yeah, 3 generations now, I guess, haven't we? We're in Manchester, central Manchester, Spinningfields, at a building that we're restoring the wooden floors at this weekend. It's a job that we're undertaking over 2 long weekends. The lads are going to be working long shifts, Saturday and Sunday, restoring the wooden floor and reception. So as you'll see, this section we've got here is before, so the lads haven't quite started this section yet. This shows obviously how dirty the floor is and how grubby it's got over the years, and like I said before, it's really difficult for the current cleaning team to maintain and keep on top of, because there's just nothing there to protect it. We're literally trying to keep on top of bare wood, which is not easy. I just want to show you how it's going to look. So this is how the reception is going to look. 12 months old and still looks like it did the day we finished it. There's 7 or 8 landings in this building. So far we've done 4. It's in the programme to do the others in the early part of this year, I think, after we've started the reception. But this is probably a year old. On this floor is some radio stations, so it gets an awful lot of hammer, and it literally looks like the day we finished it. Amazing. You use the best products and you get the best results that last.
Jason is walking around with a trip switch in his hand that he says is for the soft wash, and it won't work without it. So we have a slight development. One of our technicians has informed us that he has the trip switch for the soft wash on his person, which, while I'm in a good mood and have eaten this morning, is being met with hey, it is what it is. Whereas if I'd have got up on the wrong side of the bed, I'd have probably been stomping about and swearing now, but hey, I am a changed man. So yeah, the soft wash is working. Jay's fixed the problem. There was a problem with the trip switch, so he's put a new switch on it, and so we're ready to treat the paving. So happy days. Jay to the rescue. So without getting too close, this is obviously the Doff system, which you've seen before, which is superheated water, and we can see immediately from the small areas that Paul's done the massive difference. So basically we've got the soft wash working. We're just running through some of the solution, which is sodium hypochlorite, environmentally friendly. So what we'll do, we'll treat this with the soft wash system, and we'll probably leave this 24 hours, and then we'll come back tomorrow and this will be a lot easier to clean. In fact, you'll see a massive difference anyway when the solution starts working.
So, as you can see, we're inside now. The lads are working away. We've got a great process going. We've got 2 belt sanders, 1 edger to get the job done in the time frame that we've got. And so we're sanding the floor. We're putting the products on the floor, quite a unique product, very strong commercial product called Pallmann Pure. Shout out to Pallmann. It's going to last a lot longer. It's going to be so much easier for them to maintain and make the maintenance going forward easy for the daily maintenance staff. And also when we come in periodically to keep on top of it, it's going to make that system and process of ours so much easier too. You'll see what the lads have done so far and the massive difference that we've got going on. So you'll see here, we're literally working our way through the number of different grits of abrasive to restore the floor and take all the contamination and resurface the wood. And then we're going to build it up so it's an ultra smooth finish before we start to prime and seal the floor. Another really important thing to us is dust control. On the machines at the moment we're using dust bags. We also have a number of different dust vacuums which help keep the dust down to a minimal. Obviously when you're sanding wood there is going to be a degree of dust, but it's important, certainly on larger commercial projects like this, that we do keep the dust down to a minimum. We've got extra protection in place over some of the computers and monitors, but the dust bags and the vacuums massively help with keeping the dust well under control on every environment that we're working in.
So we've soft washed the paving, give it the treatment, and then we've rinsed it and jet washed, hot pressure wash and Doff. So as you can see, this particular section, which is a bit of a thoroughfare, hasn't been done yet. It hasn't been treated, but you can see how black, how badly stained it is. And if you walk this way, this was the section we've been working on, and you can see a massive difference. The colours have come out in the paving, and you can immediately see the difference between the cleaned, treated section and the areas we haven't done. It speaks volumes for itself. System works brilliantly and it gives a great overall impact, and it's safe. So now we're going to have a look at James Grigor Square and the granite plinths, the dirty plinths. So let's go and see how the lads are doing. So we've got a slight concern with one of the pipes on the Doff. It's leaking, which obviously with the kind of pressure and temperatures we've got is not good. Major issue, we've lost pressure in the Doff due to the leak at the connector, which is what they call Sod's Law. It's basically gone and we haven't got a spare one, so we're going to have to order one. Like any land hose that's subject to such temperatures, there's always going to be weak spots, and it's unfortunately just perished. So quite rightly what Paul is saying is you can still continue and clean, but what we don't want is this pipe here exploding with the kind of temperatures, and you know, it's a health and safety risk. So we're going to just finish this small section off, and then we're going to cool the machine down, and unfortunately we're going to have to wrap it up. We've got challenges, that's what we face. We always face challenges. Every job doesn't necessarily run smooth. You just got to deal with it, adapt, get over it and move on. Simple as that. If we look at the granite that has been completed, again, the results are speaking for themselves. You'll have a look here on the seating and on the planter plinths. You can see that this has all been cleaned. Looks really good. No more dirty plinths.
As you can see in the background, we've got 2 sanders working at the moment, 2 belt sanders. We have a number of different machines in our fleet of machines, if you like. The 2 we're using today is a Pallmann Cobra floor sander and a Hummel floor sander. Both great bits of kit, workhorses really, workhorses, great for larger commercial projects like this. Just get the job done quick to a really high standard, 2 of the best standing machines on the market. The reason we're using 2 sanders on this particular job, it's a relatively large area, 250 square metres. It allows us to get it done much quicker. We're getting it all done in one weekend. So 3 would probably be too many, 2's just about right. There's 1 guy doing the edging work, poor thing. Yeah, 1 guy doing the edging, 2 belt sanders. It's just the right amount of kit on the job to get the job done in the 2 days that we've got over the weekend, to get it done and the building back open Monday morning, ready for the building clients, tenants to come back in. Okay, so we're going to leave the lads to it for today. They're well on the way with the sanding. We're going to come back tomorrow and show you how we're going to be sealing the floor. And then finally, you'll see me on Monday morning back here to have a look at the job to make sure it's all absolutely perfect. Everything's back on track and ready for the building to reopen again first thing Monday morning.
Oh, you can't wear that. We cannot wear the same coat, surely.
So we're just called into the First Street site where Jay's and the exterior team are working on at the moment. We just popped down to have a look at the progress. I've seen some great videos and pictures of what they've done last week, so Jay's going to show us around.
So basically what we started off with, a small sections of paving, but because of the results we're having, the client's extended it to literally the full estate.
So we clean literally every bit of paving?
Every bit of paving and granite we will clean in this next week or 2 weeks. Now it'll run into 2 weeks.
Right, let's have a look. Go on, what happened?
No, it was just the Doff lance decided to explode on us. So
there was another one before that, wasn't there?
Oh, there's been 1 or 2. Well, let's stick to the positives. You know, the simple fact is, we've started doing a job on a site, and because we're doing such a good job, we've extended it to additional weeks worth of work, which is fantastic. So we can skip over the problems. This paving's great. I mean, when all the colours come out of this, it's Indian stone, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you done the history of that?
Oh, I've done the history of the whole place.
Have you?
Oh, Friedrich Engels.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean, it is lockdown. You must be bored of a weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a quiz coming up on Friday.
So we're doing all this lower level granite stuff?
Yeah.
And are these the benches we've got to do?
So these are additional benches we're going to be doing. Everything's working well, no issues at the moment. We've got a fleet of NuLife vehicles here. Sorry about that. Fly trying to land on the top of my head there. Probably thought it was a helipad. So the Doff's working, the granite's getting clean, the paving's looking spectacular, everything's going well. So come back, join us when we have a good walk round, when everything's been finished off. So it's Chow from First Street. Bloody hell, what's happening there?
Where?
That scratch.
It's a hair.
Oh,
It's one of your hairs.
Put it in a bag.
The details spot on, happy with everything, not got a problem with any of the work. I think it looks great and really happy. Hello, Mike speaking.
First transaction will be the declining one, and one more on the 9, 16.85 Greg's.
Oh, Greg's, you got to get a Greg's in there. Yeah, that was us. Yeah, that's the one. Dodgy transaction sounds like a Greg's. A bit of a worry, isn't it? So we've just left the commercial wood sanding job in Spinningfields, Manchester. The natural beauty of the wood is there. You see a lot of the grain that comes out from the wood, and it just keeps that original natural natural colour. So it looks amazing. The finish is really smooth because of the detail that the lads have gone into. It looks amazing. I'm really, really pleased. Over the moon what they've done. They've worked really hard all weekend to achieve those amazing results, and the clients over the moon.